Hi, this is Nathan Tintle. In this Learning Goal video, we will discuss how large values of the MAD statistic when comparing multiple group means are stronger evidence against the null hypothesis. We will use the ambiguous prose dataset to talk about this learning goal. In the ambiguous prose dataset, we compare each of the three groups to the other group, make those differences positive, average them together, and receive a MAD statistic of 1.16. If we make the before group do even better than they did before, currently their average quiz score is 4.95, if we make that a 6, this increases the difference between the none and before group and the before versus after group, which ultimately increases the value of the MAD statistic. It used to be 1.16, now it's 1.86. Thus, as we increase the differences between the groups, the value of the MAD statistic increases. So larger values of the MAD statistic are more evidence against the null hypothesis because they're saying the groups are farther apart. A couple of words of caution. Because we are averaging, make sure to use the positive differences to avoid cancellation. Remember that bigger differences always result in bigger values of the MAD statistic. And finally, very small values of the MAD statistic are not evidence against the null. Think about what it would take in order for the MAD statistic to be 0. All the group means would be the same. That's exactly what the null hypothesis says. And so a MAD statistic of 0 is very little evidence against the null. And you can't have negative values of the MAD statistic. So in this case, the smallest values of the MAD statistic, values near 0, are not evidence against the null hypothesis, whereas big values of the MAD statistic, far away from 0, very positive, are more evidence against the null hypothesis.